Okay, it's right around 2:15 p.m. now on Tuesday, June 4th, 2024. Today is my weekend because I literally worked all weekend, spent both days attending to some pretty urgent business matters and running around for 12 hours each day. One of those days I actually saw my friend, but I also got stuff done in terms of urgent business related matters. Right now, I'm trying to just catch up on some rinsing out and cleaning, and the water is extremely dry. There's some kind of a substance in this water that causes it to not rinse anything out, and it feels slimy and soapy. And it's slimy, soapy water. It's like there's some kind of gel or slime in it now. It was fine this morning. The water was perfectly fine when I woke up this morning. I actually was able to use it to make coffee because the water was fine. It didn't smell weird. It didn't have a gritty, tacky, sticky feel to it. It was fine. But as soon as I started to rinse off some dishes and try to rinse out washcloths and, I rinse out my socks and stuff in there, the water suddenly started becoming extremely slimy, and nothing that I was trying to rinse out would rinse out. It's like there's soap in the water, even though there's not soap. I mean, it's not soap. Obviously, you'd see soap suds if it was soap. This suddenly started happening about 45 minutes ago when I started trying to clean washcloths and dishes. Nothing was rinsing out because the water itself is extremely slimy, and there's some kind of, it feels like it has a gel in it. This isn't normal water. It also smells funny once you rinse out the washcloths with it. So it doesn't smell funny when it comes out of the tap, but as soon as you rinse out like this washcloth, for instance, which is clean, this is a tub of bleach right here. So everything in here right now smells like bleach. And when I try to rinse out these bleachy washcloths with that water, the washcloths suddenly develop a foul smell from the water. And as a scientist, I recognize a vehicle when I feel one. A vehicle is a gel-like substance that you add to water or to other liquids such as cell culture media, which is what I was doing when I was working in labs. And the vehicle contains a substance that you want to inject into something else. So for instance, right now, this water is slimy and soapy, even though it's not soap, because it contains some type of a vehicle. There is another gel-like substance inside the water that the water is being used to carry. And I don't even know why this is happening. I don't understand what the problem is with the water to this unit. I've actually been going up and down the hallway dozens of times over the last couple of hours, rinsing out things in the bathroom down the hall because I can't rinse them out in this sink because, again, the water to this sink is really slimy all of a sudden. This is something new. This only started happening a couple of weeks ago. And at the time I thought maybe, my washcloths just had too much soap in them or something. But it's not just the washcloths. It's the dishes. It's my hands. You can't rinse anything out under this water because it is already slimy. It already has something in it. And this goes along with what I keep saying, what I've been told, that the Greenville Group, via Jasmine Irizarry, the psychopath, who claims to be a structural engineer and an IT engineer, who lived in the bathroom 78 behind this wall between 2013 and 2022, and apparently has been moved back in by the Greenville Group. They appear to be sponsoring her in some capacity. She engaged in a lot of construction work directly against this wall right here in 2019, in June actually of 2019, so exactly 5 years ago. And that's when the water to this tap suddenly started developing a whole ton of problems. It started to stink, started to get that gritty, tacky feel. I couldn't use it for drinking or rinsing out food or things like that. I couldn't even make coffee with it because it would make me sick. It started to smell really bad occasionally. I'd never, ever had any problems with the water to this tap until 2019, when there was a lot of construction work done against the pipe to this sink from inside the bathroom of 78 that at the time housed a psychopath named Jasmine Irizarry, who also claims to be a structural engineer and an IT engineer. She said she's both of those things. So if she's a structural engineer, then she can certainly access pipes and do things to the pipes, such as clamping a simple valve on the back of that pipe and injecting whatever she wants into the water to this unit. So again, over the last few hours, I've had to go up and down the hallway to the common bathroom to use the water from the tap down the hall in the common bathroom because I can't rinse anything out under this tap. Right now I'm trying to rinse out this mug. I've been trying to rinse out this mug and this spoon for 45 minutes now, and I can't because the water is just nonstop slimy. So here's what I'm going to do right now. Okay, so this is me being schizophrenic and paranoid and delusional. Right? When the water is not what it should be, when it's not water, it feels like something else, you get it tested. So since I'm in the process of cleaning and organizing, been doing that for a few hours now, I'm going to get a clean water bottle that actually I never put my mouth on so that there's no germs. This is a clean water bottle that I've never drank out of. I simply poured out of it. My mouth actually never touched the rim of this. And I'm going to fill this entire fairly clean bottle with water from this tap because it's not water. There's some kind of gel. There's an extremely thick, slimy gel in it that's somehow being used as a carrier to carry something, I don't know what, into whatever it is that I'm trying to rinse out or clean. So now the water no longer smells, but a carrier is being used to carry some type of probably contamination that you can't smell right away to deliver it into the items that I'm trying to rinse out. So I just filled up this entire clean water bottle. It's unused. I basically used it to pour into my coffee mug. My mouth never touched the rim. And I'm going to put it in my refrigerator. And we're going to have it tested by a lab. And I don't even know what carrier substance is being used in this water, but it has a slimy gel feel to it. And you can't rinse anything out because whatever it is that you're trying to rinse out has the same feel as the water, right? This water feels like it has soap in it, but it's not soap. There's no suds. But there's some kind of gel-like slimy substance in this water that prevents the water from rinsing out anything that I try to rinse out. And do you see how cloudy it is? Look at how cloudy this water is. It's cloudy. It's not clear. Check this out. You can't even see the painting through this water. See, the bottom of it is clear, but the top of it is super cloudy. Check this out. Look at this. Look at how cloudy this water is. There's something in it, folks. It's some kind of a gel-like slimy substance that prevents this water from rinsing anything out. And maybe that's the point. I mean, if the structural engineer who lives on the other side of this wall behind this kitchen sink in the bathroom of 78 claims to be a structural engineer, then she's perfectly capable of accessing the pipes to this tap and clamping a valve on the back of it and injecting whatever she wants into that tap. And it's also the same water line that goes into my bathroom and into my shower head. So again, over the last few hours, I've been up and down the hallway dozens of times using the tap from the common bathroom because I can't rinse anything out under this water. It is slimy and soapy, even though there's no actual suds. It feels like it has soap in it, so you can't rinse anything out. And I'm starting to realize this type of deliberate interference with the quality and usability of the water from this tap cannot possibly be happening without the knowledge of the Greenville Group. The Greenville Group has to know about this. I mean, they have to be involved in this. They have to. How can they not know about this? This is affecting the entire water supply to this unit. And it started happening in 2019 after an extensive amount of construction work was done on a Sunday afternoon behind this sink right here, which is the bathroom of 78, where somebody who claims to be a structural engineer and an IT engineer named Jasmine Irizarry was officially and verifiably residing at that time. Irizarry also continues to live in this building, according to Oleg Alexeyev, the property manager, who informed me a year ago that Irizarry continues to live in this building, although he said he might move her across the street to 191, but obviously that never happened.